Hey guys, it's Sherry Vegas, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can make your own floral tea light candle holders out of resin. For this project, you're going to need a few items to get started. You want some dry flowers. You can pick whichever dry flowers that you like. Today I have got some dried and coloured hydrangeas, and I've also got some dried rosebuds. I think they're going to look really pretty together. I'm also going to be adding in some gold leaf flakes just for a little bit of sparkle, and I feel like the gold leaf flakes look beautiful in with the roses. That's a completely optional step. If you just want to go all flowers, that is up to you. You're also going to need a silicone mold that is in a tea light candle shape. Etsy, Amazon, and eBay all have different shapes and sizes. You just want to look for a silicone tea light candle mold, and you're going to need some resin. The resin that I'm going to be using today is the crystal cast resin from Make Art Resin, and if you've watched my tutorials before, you would know that this is probably one of my favorite casting resins to use. I'm also super excited because Make Art Resin has given me a bunch of resin to give away. So they have given me a lot of the art resin sets and top coat sets. So I'm going to be running a competition on here for all of my subscribers, and also a competition on my Facebook page, which is Sherry Vegas Art. And if you want to enter in both, you're more than welcome to. Double your chances of winning. But I have 5 sets of these, so a top coat and also the resin to give away for my subscribers. So wait till the very end of this tutorial and I'll tell you how to enter for that. Unfortunately, it is for Australia only because I cannot ship this resin overseas, so it has to be Australia only. But I do have another giveaway coming up very, very soon, and that's going to be worldwide. I'm nearly at 100k in subscribers on my YouTube channel, so if I can hit that by my birthday, which is the 20th of June, I think I'm only like 7-something thousand off, and we've got a month, guys, to hit that. If we can hit that by the 20th of June, I'm going to be doing a massive 100k giveaway, and it's going to be worldwide. And it's going to be very, very good. So if you can't enter this competition this time, don't worry. Hopefully soon I will have the next competition for my 100k in subscribers. The first step that we need to do is to prep our mold. I like to use a bit of isopropyl alcohol and a paper towel, spray some inside and then wipe it out. This is just going to disinfect your mold, and it's going to remove any dust or dirt or any residue that might be in that mold. This step is really important to do, as whatever is in that mold when we pour our resin is going to set into our resin. The resin that I have decided to use today is the crystal cast resin from Make Art Resin. It is a 2-to-1 ratio resin, so I mixed up 20 mils and then 40 mils and had 60 mils in total for my first pour. I poured that down and then started to place my flowers on top and my gold leaf as well. For this technique, you're going to need to let every layer set in between pours. The reason behind this is that we don't want to accidentally overheat our flowers and cook them into the resin, and if we pour too deep, the resin will heat up and start to cook those flowers. Patience is key to this technique, and also by pouring in multiple layers, you're going to get a lot less bubbles happening as they have the chance to come to the surface. When you pour really deep pours, your bubbles can sometimes get trapped and then they don't ever come to the surface and pop. Another key reason to why we do multiple pours when we are working with flowers is because flowers are not as dense as resin and will end up floating into the resin and coming to the surface, and so you'll only have flowers poking out of the top and not through the whole of your piece. So by pouring multiple layers, it locks your flowers into place in your piece. It has taken me 5 pours to fill up my mold. You do have to have a bit of patience whenever you are casting flowers into resin or whenever you are doing any sort of clear casting because you just don't want to overheat your flowers and cause them to cook into the mold with too much resin, and you also don't want to get a ton of bubbles, and when you do really deep pours it can sometimes trap those bubbles in. So patience really does pay off with this, because I know even though it's going to be full of flowers, there's still going to be parts of the resin that are clear and it's going to be really visible if you do have bubbles. I like to wait around 2 days from the last pour into my silicone mold to pull out my resin pieces, just because sometimes your casting resins do need to have that at least 48 hours to really harden before you demold them. Sometimes you can do it sooner, but I don't want to be putting in all of this effort in creating this beautiful piece and doing multiple pours and then ruin it by bending it or sticking my finger through a piece of resin that wasn't fully hardened. So I just always give it at least 48 hours before I pull it out. You can't ever leave them in for like too long, they will always just pull straight back out, so you could even leave it for a week if you wanted to, but I always like to wait at least 48 hours just so it can really harden before I do pull it out. Now the mold that I have is textured inside, so therefore when I pull it out it's going to be frosted. If you want something that's going to be glossy, look for a mold that is a glossy mold that's got a shine to it. Now I can top coat this if I want to, or I can leave it with that sort of frosted look. It's completely personal preference. For this one I am going to be top coating and I'm going to show you how you can do that. So how, if you do have a mold that is getting old and it's starting to go matte, or you've just bought a matte mold, I'm going to show you how you can make your pieces still shiny. For the next step, I'm going to be changing my resin to a top coating resin. This one is from Make Art and it is a 1:1 ratio resin. So I'm just going to be mixing up my two parts together before I start to do my top coat. There are two ways that I like to top coat my pieces. The first way I like to call is polish, where I just get a little bit of resin on some paper towel and wipe it across the area. You can see here in the spot that I placed the resin, it doesn't give you a super glossy finish, but it does make the flowers a lot more visible. This is one of my favorite methods if I don't want to have a super glossy top coat, but I still want to finish my piece off and polish it up. Once I've buffed all the resin in, I just get some clean paper towel and wipe over the top. This is great because you don't get any drips and it's super easy to do this technique. Now for a super glossy top coat, you're going to want to get your resin and pour directly onto your piece. If you're doing coasters or an item where you don't want to have drips on the bottom, then you will need to tape off the bottom of your piece. With this technique, especially working on a curved piece like this, you do need to keep an eye on it and check on it while the resin is still curing. I like to get my finger and just go around the piece, making sure all of the area is fully covered, so that way I don't get any gaps. For this piece, I did decide to just go with the polished look, but I am pouring a little bit of resin into the center because if you saw in my mold, it did have some lettering across the center, and this is just going to hide that. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'll also list everything I used in the description. I just wanted to give a big thank you to everyone that watches my videos every week and subscribes to my channel. It really does mean a lot, and I'm getting so excited, getting so close to hitting 100,000 subscribers, which just blows my mind. I absolutely love creating YouTube's videos. I love sharing my knowledge with everyone. It's such a passion of mine, and to be able to do this as a job is like honestly unbelievable. So if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe. I would be like, it would be the best birthday present to hit 100,000 subscribers by my birthday in a month's time. It would honestly just blow my mind. So if you are new, please subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you get notified every single time I do post. I do tons of resin, arts, crafts, alcohol, inks, candle making. I do so many different styles on this channel. Okay, so now for the competition details, and I'm so sorry, but it is for Australia only. I cannot ship resin overseas. It is massive massive hassle. But I will do, once I hit 100,000 subscribers, I will do a competition for worldwide. So if we can hit that by my birthday, I will do a massive competition for everyone else that is missing out on this one. So I have 5 of these resin art and top coat sets to give away to my subscribers, and it's super simple to enter. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment below. Everyone that leaves a comment below, I'm going to be drawing this out on the 10th of June. Everyone that leaves a comment below on this video instantly goes into the draw to win a set. And if you want to enter twice, then go and head over to my Facebook page and enter on there as well, and that doubles your chances of winning. So thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to leave your comments below. Give it a big thumb up if you found this tutorial helpful, and please do subscribe. It would be so amazing to hit 100,000 for my birthday. Thank you guys so much for watching.